This is a question that I'm commonly asked. How did you buy a house for $6,000 in Japan? Let's take a look at the topics we will cover in this video. The first topic we're going to discuss is searching the web for a property. How did I find my house? Well, it was as easy as doing a search online. Let's do a quick search as an example and use a very key word, Akiya. This term is used to describe a house that is unoccupied. It probably has been unoccupied for some time as well. Therefore, these houses can be very cheap. Next, we're going to use another key word, which is the city that you're interested in living in. Make a list of places you would like to find a house in. Let's do not a city as an example. With these two words together, you can do your search and you're going to come up with a lot of listings. Remember, your search should always be in Japanese. Let's go to Google Translate. Delete this. Type in the city, in this case, not a city, and then type in the words empty house. If you type in empty house, you get the translation, and surprise, you get the word Akiya. Look at that. Yes, the word Akiya literally means empty house. Again, we'll delete this, paste, and get buried in all the website results. Luckily, technology has advanced a lot, and we can translate any website instantly. It's all in Japanese, but no worries. Let's right-click and hit translate. I'm using the Chrome browser, by the way. Generally, I steer away from the sponsored links, but you can take a peek at them if you like. Let's click this one just for fun. This website will let you search by region in Nara. There are also region-specific sites as well. It all depends on how you search. Let's click a house out of curiosity. This one looks cool. Scroll through the pictures. Wow, check out that kitchen. I love it. 3 million yen at today's exchange rate is roughly $25,000. That's actually not bad. But you can definitely find cheaper houses. Traditional houses can be so cool, or they can be a complete mess. It's good to make a small list of places that you're interested in and places that you have visited in the past. And this way you can narrow down your search. Check out the kitchen in this one. Are any location scouts watching for a movie? Because this could be a great scene for a horror movie. This bathroom is also a nightmare. Would you put your naked body into that hole to bathe? No thanks. The price is about $2,200. It's super cheap, but for a reason. Again, no thanks. But you can find some good deals, like this one is $1 million. Roughly $7,600. It looks like it needs some work, but the house looks like fun. Not all your searches will yield results. It just depends on which cities have Akiya listings. These days, many do. Japan is filled with affordable houses in the countryside. Some areas are beautiful and some areas are not so desirable. Not every city is a heritage site like the Japan vloggers would like you to believe. But contrary to popular belief, Japan is a great place to find affordable housing. So long as you don't live anywhere near a major city. It's so affordable, in fact, it'll be less than the cost of renting an apartment for 12 months in a major city like Tokyo or Osaka. Think about it. If your current rent is $800 a month, you could pay off your mortgage in 8 months. That's unheard of. The next topic we will discuss is figuring out a budget. This is an obvious step, I know, It's easy to figure out how much you want to spend on a house, but you need to take into consideration what renovations the house will eventually need. How much of that work you're capable and willing to do yourself, how much of the renovations you need to hire a professional to do. There are many hidden costs that people don't know about. Here's an example. You have $10,000 in the bank. It's enough to buy a house in Japan's countryside. You can find many great homes at this price. But this might not be the complete amount of money you need. You might not have the money to do any repairs to the house. You have to consider the price of the house and also the cost of repairs that the house will need. Yeah, and it will need repairs. It's an Akiya, an unoccupied house. And remember, probably unoccupied for some time. There are a lot of cheap homes that are also abandoned. The homes have not been cared for and will need extensive repairs. This was the case with my house. My house had a lot of issues. Can you live in a house with these issues? Yes. No. Maybe. It depends on your tolerance level for discomfort. Well, how much did I pay for my house? Well, the initial cost was $6,000, but the key word there is initial. I needed to pay real estate and lawyer fees of $500 and $300. These fees included a house inspection. The house was inspected for potential problems. The renovations I will do myself, of course. So, my costs are just for building materials. I will replace the tatami floors with wood floors. That will be $2,500 in materials. The bathroom makeover will be about $1,300 in materials. The toilet conversion will be about $9,000 including plumber costs. This includes a new toilet and flooring. So now my costs have increased a lot. My total is $19,800. You have to consider the prices of the house and also the cost of the repairs that the house will need. You could just move into the house without doing any repairs. I've seen many people do that. Why not? The final topic is contacting the seller and complications. This will be the single most difficult part of buying a house or Akiya in Japan. You're going to need to speak Japanese. You're going to need very good Japanese. How's my Japanese? Terrible. If you don't have good Japanese, then you're going to need someone who really likes you and loves to do painful tasks for you in Japanese. When you contact the seller, remember to ask lots of questions about the house. How old is it? When was it last lived in? Have you done any maintenance? These questions will determine the condition of the water pipes and other utilities and amenities the house might have. Take a look at your surroundings. Do you have access to necessities like schools, supermarkets, and hospitals? And the biggest question of all, what kind of job can I get here? Can I support my countryside living? Using my house as an example, no hospital for 30 minutes, the nearest decent supermarket, 40 minutes. There are no convenience stores or food markets anywhere nearby. But I like it this way. You may not. Sometimes the price of the house will reflect the area and whether or not that area is in decline or not. Now let's talk about complications. Complications? Well, I'm going to tell you the story about complications I had buying my house. Laws in Japan can be a little complicated when it comes to ownership of a property. I love the older style houses in Japan. They were constructed more beautifully, but the older the house, the more chances the house might have complications in the purchase process. Ownership of the property can get complex really fast. As houses age, so do people. And sometimes ownership is transferred after someone's death. When I made the decision to buy my house, I found out that buying my house wasn't just from one owner, or two, or three, or even 5 people. Wait a minute. Huh? The house had a total of 7 people attached to it. 7 siblings shared equal portions to the house. Each person had to relinquish their portion and sign the legal documents. Who would try to sell a house without already having all people involved consenting to the sale? The father had died 30 years ago, and the house sat empty since. The seller was the only sibling left who lived near the house to care for it. She decided to sell it because the house was falling into disrepair, a needless burden after 30 years. She wanted to sell the house to someone who would actually live in the house and bring it back to living standards. She didn't want to bother her other siblings until she knew she had a buyer. Okay. But what if one sibling refuses to sell it? This was like rolling the dice, I thought. This whole process would be for nothing if only one person decided not to sign the legal documents. I had other houses I was interested in, and I would lose out on any other potential property if this sale of this house didn't go through. That's 6 chances for the process to fail. But I really wanted the house, and this was an opportunity to live in a beautiful part of Japan. Some of the siblings were estranged. They had not spoken to each other in years. To suddenly call with the sole purpose of getting their signature for the sale of the home would be insensitive. No. Time was needed to first resume contact and then at a later date mention the sale. Also, one sibling had deceased. It would transfer to the spouse of that person. But when we found out that the spouse was also deceased, then it would transfer to any children. Are you kidding me? This was a person who no one in the family had ever met or knew. The lawyer had to track this person down through the family registry. It was not easy tracking down the last 1/7 share of the house. But again, we can't just call that person up and explain the situation. We have to do it slowly and respectfully. We have to build a relationship with them before the inevitable conversation. They can't just call them the same day they found them on the family registry. And can you imagine how that conversation might have gone? Hey, Takahiro, how are you? Oh no, we've never met. I'm your long-lost great-uncle's dog's barber, twice removed. Or something like that. Anyways, listen. You inherited a 1/8 share in a house we own. Give it back, you little mooch. Okay, maybe it didn't go that way, but that's the way I would have done it. And then say thanks, have a great life, and then disappear back into obscurity. This situation might be exceptionally rare, but it can represent an idea of things that might happen with older houses. After more than 6 months of waiting, we got the great news. All the legal papers were signed and ready. The last thing we needed to do was wait for the real estate agent to do an inspection of the house and land. We received the report and everything looked good. No surprises. Great. I can't wait to get out of the city. Where do I sign? And although it might sound like a terrible experience, all in all, it was pretty easy considering all the different complications. All it took was some patience and time. Remember, this was my experience, and each individual experience is different. Good luck in finding your house here in Japan, whether you live here or you're considering moving to Japan and you want to buy a house. I hope that this video serves as a starting point for you to actually do a search and find a house of your own. Be sure to hit like, and if you like my content, hit subscribe to support my channel. This will help my channel grow, and it will help me to continue to create content like this. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.